Hi, and welcome to Beyond the Falls podcast. I'm Sarah Jenkins. Today I'm here with Melissa Mei Mei Abdouch.
Yes. Hi,
with
Sarah.
Mei Mei's Cookies. So I'm so excited to have you on here and get to know you.
I'm very excited to be here.
Yes. I like to start out by asking, what is your connection to River Falls?
Right now, currently, of course, having the business, but I was not born or raised here. I just had friends that lived here. I fell in love with the community immediately. And so when I decided to open Mei Mei's Cookies, River Falls was the only city that I looked for properties.
Oh, that is awesome. I love that. What was it about River Falls?
It was very clear that there was a strong sense of community here. And it absolutely supports small business, right? Like when we go up and down our streets, very, very few chain businesses, corporate owned, even our Dairy Queen is a locally owned Dairy Queen, right? Yeah. Like it's not a corporate store. So it was very clear to me that that was important to this community, and it's important to me. Even when I travel, I seek out small businesses. They offer just the best and most unique experiences and food, and so that's what I wanted to be a part of.
I love it. And do you live in River Falls now?
I do live in River Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, I've lived here for just over 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about your nickname?
Okay.
Mei Mei. Because I always want to say Mei Mei. So Mei Mei.
Right. Well, you're not alone. I say that is the hottest debated topic in town. I get asked it every single week. And so I was born Melissa, raised as Missy, and then my nephew couldn't say Missy, he called me Mei Mei. And it was always just a spoken name within my family. And then one year my niece was coloring a picture for me, and that was the first time it was written, and she wrote it Mei.
Oh.
And so now until eternity, that is how it will be spelled. And yeah, so.
I love that. And you named your shop.
Right. And that was because one of my nieces, a different niece, when I was going through all these names of what should I name the shop, and she's like, I want it to be called Mei Mei's because I want to go to Auntie Mei Mei's after a long day at school. And I'm like, that's what it's going to be called.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So tell me a little bit about how you got to where you are today.
A complete fluke.
I love that. Okay.
Like fate just said, left turn, there you belong right there. My background is in international finance. Prior to baking cookies, I was signing multi-billion-dollar wires. I was doing accounting for custody and trades in dozens of different countries. I had a network that spanned the entire globe.
Wow.
I was going to move out to Boston, and just under stress, I was baking cookies, and my friend said, you should do this for a living. I'm like, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. And here I am, and zero regrets. I was open just over 2 years when the pandemic hit, which could have just completely ruined me.
Yes.
And still zero regrets. I love being here. I love being part of this community. Yeah. I love being an active part of this community. So that is very important to me. And again, it's what drew me to River Falls.
Yes. Now you mentioned active part of the community. You are big time. Like majorly, I feel like I see you everywhere. So tell us a little bit more about how you're involved with River Falls, because there's a lot of different ways. Never a dull moment with me and my life and my schedule, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. So after this, I'm actually going to a meeting for the River Falls business leaders. It's a group that I lead up. I'm president of the board and plan a lot of the events that we do in the community. And that is just a community of business owners and decision makers. And so we rely on each other, we lift each other up, we support each other, we give each other what we need, help each other find things that we need. And so it's just a great community. And we organize events for the community. So lots
we do
of
Taste
events.
of River Falls, the potato soup crawl, the leprechaun hunt. We've got so many great things, so I love being involved in that and making those connections.
Yes.
I'm definitely a giver by nature. Like, I just want to say yes to everything, and I've learned I can't, but I still do as many things as I can. And so, like, I do meals for hospitals, and there's a local family. We do meals every year in honor of their daughter who passed from neuroblastoma, which was the same cancer I had as a child. And so there was a connection there. And so I helped support them and bring meals to the hospital in her honor. Just like a lot of different things. I'm speaking at the Relay for Life in April.
Yes.
So that's a big thing. I definitely shop local. I want to say that about 90% of my dollars stay right in River Falls, because that is how important my community is.
Yeah, that's amazing. You mentioned the upcoming events for March for Women's History Month.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that. I know that, there's a buzz about it, so tell me a little more details, I guess.
Yeah, so we are encouraging businesses, both women and male owned, so they don't have to have any women ownership at all to participate, and just celebrating women in history and women making history, right? Like, all of us women right now are making history. I don't know that there's another city in the US that has this concentration of women-owned businesses. So I truly feel that we are making history. And so you'll see displays within businesses and on storefronts of businesses and in their windows, and all across our social medias, just celebrating women. So, like, a woman invented modern day refrigeration. What would we do without that? Now we could do without it because it's 30 below, but right? Yeah. But in general, she invented modern day refrigeration, and just there's so many things that women have done to contribute to our lives, and we're going to celebrate that all month long.
I love it. That's awesome. You also mentioned you're a cancer survivor.
I am.
So tell me a little bit more about that. You're an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
With all that.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I beat cancer the first time at age 2. Well, I was diagnosed at 2, in remission at 3.5, and I was at stage 4 neuroblastoma. They were not going to treat me because there was not a cure rate for my stage and type of cancer. My parents said, absolutely not. That's not an option. Here I am today to prove all those doctors wrong. And then last April, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I caught it immediately. I cannot stress the importance of, we all hear regular checks and we hear that so much that it's almost, we don't hear it anymore because we hear it so much, but it is so important. And I think that's the only reason why my treatment was so successful, is because I caught it instantly.
Yes. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, and so now April 11th, I was invited to speak at Relay for Life. That's going to be at River Falls High School. I'm very excited for that, but also very nervous because I've got to think of some very inspiring speech to tell people. But it'll all work out great.
It will.
Yeah,
I'm sure the words will flow for you.
I hope so.
So that's April 11th at the high school.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm going to kind of circle back to your business.
Excellent. I love talking about Mei Mei's.
Yes. Tell us what it's all about.
It's about community, right? And so I would classify my style as retro eclectic. So it was very important to me to use as much as I could that was already existing. So my tables are mid-century Formica tables and chrome chairs. I repurposed as much as I possibly could. And it just gives it just a fun, lively feel when you come in. And a very welcoming and inviting place for many people that don't have a welcoming and inviting place to go to. And it's just a sense of just come in, have a free cup of coffee, relax, be yourself, and let me serve you. Working with a designer last year, and I just said, I don't want my place to feel like a restaurant, right?
Yep.
I don't want a menu board up on top where people are looking like this. I want them to look at me. I want them to tell me what they want, and then I want to make them something like they're in my home.
Oh, I love that.
And I make giant cookies. So
yes, I was going to say, what's your favorite thing to make?
My favorite thing to make is anything new, and that either we haven't done before or that just hasn't really been done before. My signature cookie is a tamarind cookie. It's my very first recipe I ever created on my own. It has dark chocolate chips and pretzels, so it's salty and sweet, but it also has Nevermore chocolate oatmeal stout from Rush River, so I have beer in the cookie as well. So I just like to do unique things like that.
Local beer.
Local beer. Local,
yes.
right? And then we try to not waste anything, and so we make very creative and unique soups. So, of course, now none of them are coming to my mind, but just come in and have some great soups, and so everything's just fresh and delicious and different than what you're going to find anywhere else.
I love it, and not all sweets. So there's soups, sandwiches, salads. So a little bit of everything. My menu changes every single week, so it's very hard for me. I was on DoorDash for a while, but when you have to update menus 12 different places, it gets a little difficult. Yeah.
But I just like to keep things fresh and new and unique, and so that you can come in and just have a new experience every time you're there.
I love it. As we're kind of wrapping up, is there anything else that maybe I didn't touch on that you want to talk about?
Oh boy.
I know. I was like,
there's a laundry list, right? Like I feel I live a very fortunate life, and so there's constantly great things happening, and I love being involved in all of those things too. And I feel lifted when I'm lifting others up, so I try to do that as much as I can. And so just come in and see me, come have some coffee, come have, and I just want to make it clear, I'm not a coffee shop. When I say come have some coffee, I mean regular house blend. It's free. You serve yourself. It's my house, so and it's my house, mi casa y su casa, right? And so just come in and enjoy yourself.
Yes, I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And
thank you for having me.
Taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you are a busy gal. And,
yes.
It's just great to hear your story and get to know you more. And
thank you.
I appreciate it. And all you do for our community.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode of Beyond the Falls.